Hello Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, and today we are having a look at an updated discard deck in Simic, so black and blue. So we played this deck back in Edge of Eternities and haven't updated it since then. Edge of Eternities got Entropic Battlecruiser, a very powerful spacecraft that 4 mana and at 1 or more charge counters, as whenever an opponent discards a card they lose 3 life, so that's a great burnout condition for discard deck. And if we get into 8 or more counters, it turns into a 3/10 with flying discard, and when it attacks, each opponent discards a card. Each opponent who can't loses 3 life. So it essentially hits for 6 because they either discard and lose 3, or they can't discard and lose 3. So what new cards do we have from Avatar? So in the 3-drop slot, we have Ozai's Cruelty. Only doing 2 of these. 3 mana. Ozai's Cruelty deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards 2 cards. If this was to any target or 2 creature, I think it would be a hell of a lot better, because on turn 3, with standard being so fast, not being able to affect the board in any way can be a death sentence, and sometimes you just don't have the opportunity to cast this. But target player discards 2 for 3 and with some damage isn't terrible. Then we do have Corrupt Court Official. So this is the standard 2 mana 1/1 when it enters. Target opponent discards a card. Now we have lots of these. We do have 4 Virus Beetles, which are no card. There's also Hectides from Final Fantasy. So this is not much of an impact because there were other cards we could play as well. Then we have 4 copies of Dai Li Indoctrination, a 2 mana sorcery lesson. We can choose one. Either target opponent reveals a hand, you choose a non-land permanent card from it, that player discards that card. So it's quite restrictive, but obviously can hit creatures. And we can also Earthbend 2, which is good if our opponent is empty-handed. And the final last new card is Day of Black Sun. 2 mana, 2 black and an X for a sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities at end of turn and destroy those creatures. So you could just play Deadly Cover-Up. Of course, it's called for a second, Deadly Cover-Up, but that's 5 mana, which is quite expensive. So Day of Black Sun is obviously a lot more flexible. We might, if you want to do it for 1 or 2, yes, 2 will kill all of our creatures, but most of our creatures do stuff when they enter, and not necessarily they're not going to be, keying a few 1/1s isn't going to be the end of the world. So so rest of the deck: 4 Duress, 4 Bandit's Talent, which is the main engine. We do have 3 Tinybones, a Bauble Burglar, a 1/3. When an opponent discards a card, we exile it from the graveyard with a stash counter on it, and during our turn we may play cards we don't own with stash counters on it from exile. And mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. We also pay for and tap him. Each opponent discards a card, activate only as a sorcery. The 4-mentioned Entropic Battlecruiser. We do have 2 copies of Leyline of the Void, because I think when we played this in Age of Eternities, obviously graveyard decks are always around, but there weren't that many. I don't think. Whereas now, obviously, there's a lot, especially with Kyvero and the Bringer of the Last Gift and all things like that. Sometimes we don't want to cause our opponent's discard, so we do have a couple of Leyline of the Void. You could also go with Ghost Vacuum and things like that. 2 Oildeep Gearhulk, the only actual blue card we have in the deck. 4 mana, 4/4 lifelink and wall. This can help us get back into the game if you have a slow start. When it enters, we look up target's player's hand. We may choose a card from it. If they do that, player discards that card, and then it draws a card as well. So yeah, that's the deck. Mana base, 1 island, loads of swamps, Gloom Lake Verges, Restless Reef to help get in, and maybe crew Entropic Battlecruiser, Under City Sewers, and Watery Grave. So this is a lot less powerful than it was in Age of Eternities. That was a pretty good deck from my memory, but I think obviously the standards just got so much quicker since then. There just isn't really time to play a 4-drop which doesn't impact the battlefield at all until you crew it. So things like that are really, really slow, and things with like air bending and them airbending our creatures, or Deep Gearhulk can just completely blow us out. But it's still fun when it does work. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe. I'd like to give a shout out to my patrons, Arcadius, Mihal, Thomas, and Adrian. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you everyone else for your support, and I'll see you all in the gameplay. We go first. Turn 1, Duress. Wow. Yeah, get down your chocobo. Oh no, get down Land White Elves instead. We take their Tifa. Yeah, there's a Chocobo. Let's get out our sewers. Don't need more lands. We'll get down our Tinybones. That way we get some value from whatever they discard. Yeah, that's annoying. Wouldn't mind a sweeper. Or at least targeted removal. Oh, that doesn't do much. And obviously they keep the other Spring Bloom Druid. These are some chump blockers. Oh no, they... Did we already play out a land? Well, I think we had, yeah. We need some removal. We do have 6 removal spells in our deck. Play out you. Let's play out you. Sack the forest. Let's get 2 swamps. Let's ban its talent. Get them to ditch that escape tunnel. Ooh, hold back. We jump with the druid. And I think we probably just upgrade, level up, bandit's talent all the way. They're obviously saving their fabled passages for Tifa or something like that. So now we are drawing some extra cards. But obviously they have an increasingly big Chocobo. And now 2 of them. We will block. And then we'll crack our escape tunnel, thin out the deck, as it were. Come on. That's not useful. Come on. It's your Fabled Passages. Let's just fully level you up. And we will chump with Tinybones. Because if we draw our third Chocobo, yeah. So if we draw our Day of Black Sun or whatever it's called, we'll probably get rid of it. So we're going to draw 3 cards next turn. Right. What do we draw? It's now or never. Never. There's a Gearhulk. Oh, that wasn't it. And we'll Earthbend. This might get us another turn. Don't draw land. Don't draw. That was a land. You can block there. You can block there. We're down to 1. We're up to 5. No. Her. Well, reality is that's it. And by that's it, I mean they're dead. Yay! There we go. Take that. We go first with, well, not much discard, but we do have a Leyline of the Void. That's a discard. Straight up Evolving Wire, so it could be landfall. Oh, not with a swamp. Does our Tinybones survive? No. Ooh, Virtue. Well, let's go into their graveyard then. Into their hand. Well, Vagabond's Faithful doesn't bother me because of Leyline of the Void, so let's take a Maha. Obviously, we do need more lands. Oh, there's another land. We've not really hit much discard. There's a Terminus of Return. We'll need our bit of Triumph for Liliana. Oh, there's a... So let's get down the Gearhulk. get them to ditch Liliana. What's the stick for? Yep. We still nab their Liliana. Do they get another one? I would like some bit more action. Let's get them to ditch their last Valgavos faithful. What are they searching for? Fair enough. What does the backside do? 5/5 menace, 5 men in 3. Oh, yeah. Well, there's nothing in the graveyard. Oh, no, from that player's graveyard. We have things in the graveyard. So we will need to build a triumph that. Well, let's attack in. Let's see what's in their hand. Villainous Wrath. All right. What does that do? Loses life equal to number of creatures we control. We'll pay 3 to kill the Fire Lord. And let's pay 3 to kill you. They're at 17. We've really not been drawing well. Well, let's get down a talent. What do they pitch? They pitch the Villainous Wrath. Let's level up the talent and hit in for 1. They lose 2. The house grows hungry. Let's level you up. We will pitch the Day of Black Sun. Oh, that's each player. I thought it was each opponent. Virtue is from a graveyard, which is kind of annoying. I don't think we need that for now. Let's get down a Cockcall official, and obviously they We don't have many big creatures. Just what's down there? Virus beetle. Oh no, I suppose there is the Gearhulk. That's kind of irritating. Yeah, they don't exile our graveyard, funnily enough. Let's swing in. They have to block. Do they get rid of the battle cruiser for us? They do. Ooh. Well, another talent. Uh, and that should be game. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Job done. Job done. We go first. Can't turn one Duress because the Verge does not produce black mana by itself. Life gain? No, Momo. Could do with more lands so we could double spell. Are you an equipment deck as well? Strange. Well, let's double Duress. We'll hold back. Yes, more lands, please. What do they pitch? The Serra Redeemer. Land, 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 land. For us, not for them. We'll get down a beetle. They have pitched a land. Is Momo just going to kill us? Wow. Let's start swinging in. If we draw a land, we can kill Momo. What do you have? Opponent? Yes. Opponent. Do you want to kill our Tinybones? Maybe. Yes, as a bandit talent. It's a pretty well known card. Right, well done. Oh my god, we drew a land. Let's level up. Let's go exploring. Well, we'll get down the Restless Reef then. Bug and Crop Called Official. Well, that's irritating. I think we are going to have to dab Black Sun on 2. Well, I think we'll get in 4. This first. So the healer does have lifelink. Oh, our opponent does not know what to do. X equals 2, which kills everything. Apart from the lost GT, obviously. Whiff. Whiff on everything. Well, in that case, we'll level up a talent. They still lose 2. They want to hold cards in hand, that's fine. We have plenty of ways to get them to ditch them. Like that. Day of Judgment and a land. Well, let's Earthbend. Doesn't really matter onto which. Well, we don't want to do on Restless Reef because we can animate that anyway. They're down to 6. We do draw an extra card. Unless they have a card draw in mono white. Fair enough. But we have just one now then. Because we turn on our Restless Reef. We hit in 4/4. You can mill 4 cards as well. And then they get hit for 2. by our Bandit's talent. Boom! Our opponent goes first. Oh, let's Duress. Don't care about that. Okay. Let's start the discard. Atali's Favour. Well, we do have to take that out. Because a cow is very annoying. Next turn we can Tinybones. And Bandit's talent. And next turn we can fully level up the Bandit's talent. Let's go no blocks. Which we will do to draw extra cards. I mean, that took them a long time to think about. We can't activate it either. Well, that's annoying. Well, you can block something. We'll pitch that. Let's discard a card. We'll pitch the ley line. We'll hold back. Well, let's play out another Tinybones. Let's play out a Virus Beetle. What's that? Oh, interesting. Let's buff our board a bit. Don't need that. They're down to 8, and we can draw. They're down to 6. Do they attack? No. Da, 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 da. We can just do this. And that should be game. Hooray, there we go.